The views, statements, and opinions expressed on the Coming Home podcast do not represent Fairleigh Dickinson University, its views, or affiliates. The content of these episodes are solely focused on the stories, memories, and journeys of FDU alumni. Hello and welcome to the Fairleigh Dickinson University Alumni podcast, Coming Home. And in this show, we're going to be taking a journey down memory lane to where it all began for so many amazing and talented people who have come from the halls of Fairleigh Dickinson University.
The idea for this pilot episode or test pilot, if you will, I kind of want to do like a little bit of an origin story.
Yeah.
You and I are both alumni from here, and I want to hear about your journey, and I'll tell you a little bit about my journey to what brought us from going here as undergrads to 2024, trying to help the university grow and expand, and what you've done not only academically, but also in your career, and how we could figure out ways we could help giving back to the university and growing it. I'm Michael Cannetti. I'm an adjunct professor here.
Mike Ramos, feel free to call me just Ramos. It doesn't matter. Before I came to the university, I was actually in the Army, and they put your last name right on your shirt, right? I played football here, high school, and in college, and they put your last name on your back. So a lot of people don't even know my first name. Probably graduated with people from here who don't even know that.
My students call me by my last
right.
name too. I'm like,
there's far too many Michaels in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah, class of 2000. My origin story is actually, I didn't have the kind of family that brings their kids to open houses, right? We didn't go and fill out 400 applications. I talked to maybe 3-4 friends who actually talked about the idea of even going to college, but they all went. And who knew, right? So I didn't have the guidance. And then I met a recruiter, and like I just said, it sent me to the Army, right? So I went to the Army, but not before filling out one application because one friend said, I'm going to Fairleigh Dickinson to play football. I'm like, that's great. You can play football in college? Who knew?
Right.
Like, I see all these Big Ten schools, like the giant schools in the world, these D1, and I didn't know that guys like me, the smaller guys, could play football in, at a D3. I didn't know these things didn't exist in the world that I come from.
I have a little bit different but similar sort of journey. Like my family, I was the first one to ever go to college. My family was always in construction, and nobody ever left Long Island. And then my guidance counselor never even heard of Fairleigh Dickinson. And I came here for an open house. I sat in this very room. Remember Harvey Flaxman?
I do.
He was doing our open house. We had the big board right here, and I turned to my dad and I said, this is where I gotta go. And I had mediocre or middling grades in high school. I was not a great student, struggled with dyslexia and stuff like that. And I met Ethel Frois from admissions.
Okay.
And she invited me in. I wasn't sure if I was gonna get in here. She did an interview with me and sat me down and said, I know your grades aren't the greatest, but I'm going to help you make it. And she brought me on as her work study, and I stayed with her for basically 3 or 4 years as her work study in admissions, doing campus tours, going to recruiting events with her, and work with the graduate students as well. I worked with Mark Sapara as his work study as well for years, and they sort of just helped me and protected me and guided me while I was here. And I've always had this sort of kinship of like paying it forward because they took a chance on me, and if I didn't have them, I would have not gone here, may not have even gone to college. And now 20 plus years later, now I'm back here teaching as sort of a way to give back. And it's sort of incredibly rewarding for me to have that sort of connection, kinship to it. And it's really unique. It's a unique place. Stay tuned for more. Thanks so much. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
We hope you enjoyed this teaser of Coming Home. Stay tuned twice a month for brand new episodes where Mike and Mike interview fellow alumni and journey down memory lane. Thanks so much for listening.